Tamra Judge, actress of Real Housewives of Orange County, gave her followers a significant health update. Two T's in a Pod Judge revealed some personal health news in her podcast's October 15th episode. Judge, 57, broke down when she said that, following therapy, she had received a new diagnosis. Tamra breaks the big news in her most recent podcast. Tamra Judge revealed that she is on the spectrum while becoming tearful. Following her involvement in therapy, she was informed of her diagnosis. Judge recently shared a snippet from the podcast on Instagram. Speaking to Teddi Mellencamp at Rhobh, her co-host, she revealed, "I just had my first therapy session. Let's just say that I learned something significant about myself that I was unaware of." Mellencamp answered, "I must know now." As in, what? And I am on the spectrum, was Tamra's response. Teddi seems somewhat aback by this information, responding, "Oh my word, Tam, don't bring me to tears. My biggest problem is working through trauma that I had in my life," Mrs. Judge said, breaking down in tears. Autism spectrum disorder is referred to as the spectrum. Autism is a neurological and developmental disorder that affects how people behave, interact with others, and communicate. The symptoms and severity of autism can vary greatly. Tamra Judge continued by saying that she now understands why she behaves in particular ways. Managing the news, Judge seems to be handling the information about her diagnosis. "I just assumed that everything was black and white to me," she says. "You know, I grew up in a family that didn't have a lot of empathy or love or whatever, so that just transpired onto, my adult life." It comes out that Tamra's functioning has been significantly impacted by her illness. "But after talking and going through everything and my emotions, and I have a hard time with empathy and feeling other people's feelings. There's a reason why," Tamra continued, while sharing this with her off-camera co-host Teddi Mellencamp. Mrs. Judge described some of her discussions with her therapist that resulted in her diagnosis. "Some things," she said. "You have really bad social anxiety and you are very much like, I just want to be at home," my therapist said to me. "And the reason for that is my nervousness when I speak in front of others, and drinking helps me get through the performance." According to Tamra, there will be significant changes in the future. "It will be a rough few months," she added, adding that there's going to have to be a lot of huge changes. "I hope she gets the help she requires to proceed." The fact that Tamra Judge is learning more about herself and receiving expert assistance is wonderful. How do you feel about Tamra's major announcement? Tell us in the comments section. Watch every RHOC event on Peacock. The Bravo world is reeling after Real Housewives of Orange County star Tamra Judge opened up about one of the most vulnerable truths of her life. In an emotional, unfiltered interview, the outspoken reality star revealed she has been diagnosed as being on the autism spectrum, a revelation that left her tearful but resolute to share her journey with the world. For years, Tamra has built her image around being strong, outspoken, and sometimes unfiltered to the point of controversy. Whether she was throwing drinks in a co-star's face or confronting longtime frenemies in the OC, her presence was impossible to ignore. But behind the camera, Tamra says, she often struggled with feelings she didn't understand. "Looking back now, so much makes sense," Tamra confessed, dabbing away tears. "My whole life I thought I was just different, difficult, or too much for people. I would get so overwhelmed by noises, lights, even certain textures or fabrics. I'd feel like I wanted to crawl out of my own skin." Her diagnosis didn't come overnight. It was a winding road of self-discovery. Tamra explained that after seeing behaviors in her granddaughter that raised questions, she began researching autism more deeply. "It was like a light bulb went off," she said. "I started seeing myself in every description, every sign." She shared that what finally pushed her to seek a professional evaluation was her husband, Eddie Judge, gently encouraging her to speak to a specialist. "Eddie has always known how I process things differently," she said. He knows when I shut down or get overwhelmed. It's not that I'm being cold or rude. It's how I cope. He's been my rock through all this." Tamra's candid revelation is already inspiring countless fans. Social media has flooded with messages of support and gratitude. Many have praised her bravery, saying she's given a voice to countless adults, especially women, who may be undiagnosed or misunderstood. For Tamra, the diagnosis has been both freeing and frightening. "I've spent decades masking," she said. "I'd watch how other people acted in social settings and copy them. I'd force myself to maintain eye contact even when it made my skin crawl. I'd laugh when I didn't get the joke because I didn't want to look weird. I just wanted to fit in." Now, the OC star is learning to embrace what makes her unique. "I'm not broken," she says firmly. "I'm wired differently. And that's not something to hide anymore." From chaos to clarity. Tamra's castmates on RHOC have always known her as a firecracker, bold, brash, and quick to call out anyone she suspects of talking behind her back. She says now, some of that reputation may stem from the struggles she's faced trying to interpret social cues. "I used to beat myself up for not knowing when someone was joking or when they were being shady," Tamra said with a sad smile. "Now I realize my brain just works differently. It's not that I'm clueless or stupid, I just process it in my own way." She admits that her short fuse, often seen on camera, may have been partly a defense mechanism. "When you don't understand why people act the way they do, it can feel threatening. I think a lot of my drama came from trying to protect myself." Her co-stars, including Heather Dubrow and Shannon Beador, have expressed their support publicly. "Tamra is one of the strongest women I know," Heather wrote on Instagram. "It takes so much courage to be vulnerable like this. I stand with her every step of the way." Shannon, who's had a famously turbulent friendship with Tamra over the years, also chimed in, "Tamra has always been raw and real. Now I get to see her even more authentically. I love her, and I'm proud of her." A new mission. Never one to stay quiet for long, Tamra hopes to use her platform to advocate for greater awareness of autism in adults, especially women. "So many women fly under the radar," she said passionately. "They're told they're too sensitive, too emotional, too blunt, but they're not too much, they're just not being seen for who they really are." Tamra says she's already spoken with several organizations about ways to share her story and help others find resources. "I want people to know they're not alone," she said. "If I can help even one person feel less isolated, it'll be worth it." Her journey has also prompted her to re-examine how she approaches friendships, family, and even the show that made her a household name. "I've apologized to people I may have hurt in the past," she said. "I didn't always understand where they were coming from, and they didn't understand me either." A reality star, unfiltered. If fans are worried this new chapter means a softer, tamer Tamra, they shouldn't be. True to form, she laughs through her tears, joking, "Oh honey, I'm still gonna stir the pot. I just might understand why I'm doing it now." But behind the humor is a woman finally at peace with her own mind. She says the biggest gift the diagnosis gave her was self-acceptance. "I spent so much of my life wishing I could be normal," Tamra said, her voice breaking. "Now I realize my normal is just different. And that's okay." Fans can expect to see this journey play out on future seasons of RHOC. Tamra is determined to be transparent on camera, hoping that by showing her vulnerable side, she'll break down stigmas and spark conversations. "Bravo gave me this platform," she said. "Now I want to use it for something real. Not just petty drama, though don't get me wrong, I'll still deliver that too." She chuckles at her own reputation and wipes another tear away. "I've always been the bad girl of the OC. Maybe now I'll be the realest girl too." In the end, Tamra Judge's revelation is more than just a shocking headline. It's a reminder that beneath the glam squads, confessionals, and designer handbags, these reality stars are human, with hidden struggles, unseen strengths, and the same longing to be understood as the rest of us. And for Tamra, after decades of feeling misunderstood, that understanding is the greatest plot twist of all.